and welcome to this week's reading. The topic is your career and financial situation 6 months from now. And this is a timeless reading, so you can watch it anytime. Stay tuned for the outro. I will be showing you these flowers and plants that I got today at the morning market. But yeah, I will leave that to the end, so remember to check it out, okay? Today, as signifiers, we have 3 different oracle cards, and I have pulled tarot cards and oracle cards for each of these. So I won't be explaining much about these cards at this point. I will do that in the reading, but I will just show these cards to you a bit closer so you can see what they are like. So based on the image or the text or both, or just the feeling that you get, you can select your reading and skip to that part of the reading. So we have Stillness, Gnosis, and Reawakened. 3 different cards that I pulled at random from this oracle card deck here. So now I will let you have a few moments alone with these cards, and we'll then see you at the reading. So, hello everyone who chose pile 1 with this card called Stillness. So I have pulled some cards here and placed them out already. These cards represent the distant or recent past up to the current moment, as well as your personality traits. So we will be looking at these first, and then we'll look at the situation in 6 months, as well as some advice for your career and financial success. So the cards that we have here are 8 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, an oracle card called Preparation, and oracle cards called Manipura and Cognizance. So I'm getting like an established energy from these cards here. I feel like you have worked hard and achieved status in your career, or at least you have made it to a point where you feel comfortable with your job and your financial situation. I don't really see you lacking in money currently, but I feel like it could have more to do with the type of person that you are, rather than your income being big or anything like that. Because I feel like you are the type of person who saves money and who is just like very down to earth. So you don't splurge. And if you have to invest money in something expensive, I feel like you are the type of person who considers that purchase really carefully, and the type of person who saves money rather than, borrows money to be able to afford something. However, we also have these really strong dynamic energies here with the 8 of Wands and this card called Manipura. So there could be a part of you that is quite impulsive, and maybe when you were younger you let that energy rule you, and maybe you are the type of person who always spent their income, like no saving at all. But I feel like you have smartened up a bit and matured, like you have reined this wild side of yours as you've grown older. This card called Cognizance, I feel like you definitely think about your actions, like before making decisions or anything like that. So yeah, I feel like you are a very dynamic person who gets things done. Like we have the Eight of Wands here, and it obviously, I mean, if you're familiar with tarot, it refers to fast-paced action. And then we have Manipura, which is the chakra for willpower and having a really strong sense of self. So these things are great for establishing yourself in a job and having a steady career, and I do feel like you have that. However, based on like the particular energies that I get from these specific cards, like we have the Queen of Pentacles, who is very nurturing. Then we have the Stillness card here. Preparation just makes me think that some of you may have taken some time off from work. Maybe some of you have traveled and nurtured yourself in that way, like in a self-care way. Or maybe some of you have been like stay-at-home parents for a while. So you may have stepped outside of the workforce for a while, or at least you've been hoping or planning to do that. And then we have the Stillness card here. Like the energy that I get from this card is quite different from the rest of the cards, which is a very curious thing and a curious card to pull in a career and finance reading. So I feel like you are looking for something else in your life. So yeah, like I said, you are a dynamic person. You feel like a very down-to-earth, grounded person who works hard. But maybe there's a part of you that is looking for a greater peace of mind. Maybe like a job or purpose in life that is simpler and life that is more peaceful, or just a career that feels more meaningful to you, that sort of thing. So now I've added some cards here that represent the next 6 months, or the situation in 6 months' time. And we have the Hermit, the Hierophant, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and 2 Oracle cards called Earth and Simplicity. So you're definitely turning inwards a bit in your career and personal finances in the next 6 months. And I feel like it is to find out what you truly want out of your career. So you're really searching for that meaning. And you know that you're not going to find it in the external world, in external validation. It's all about internal meaning, internal validation for you. However, with these cards down here, I feel like you will soon discover or even rediscover that passion that you have had for your career or will have for a new career or a new job. It is something that makes you feel quite excited and, gives you meaning. I also feel like you will discover some sort of money-making opportunity that makes you feel that like gives you a sense of direction in life. So yeah, it could be like a business idea or a career direction, and you just really can't wait to make it happen. I feel like for some of you, that idea could involve like traveling. So yeah, I feel like it's very interesting that you go from this very mature and down-to-earth Queen of Pentacles to pages and knights down here, who are like typically a bit more like inexperienced cards or type of people. So to me that kind of like signals maybe a change in career to something that you've never done before, or getting promoted and perhaps getting a new role, like a leadership role, where you just feel fresh and inexperienced, at least compared to like your earlier role where you had a lot of experience and were feeling extremely confident. I also feel like you will be surrounded by people who are a bit more conservative and traditional that you are. Like they might see you as a bit inexperienced and chaotic, and maybe they won't understand your ideas, goals, dreams in a way that you wish they would. But I feel like they also see that genuine and earnest part of you, and they will definitely offer you their support. And I feel like you might be mentored by these people or by one of them in this new role that you will have. And we have these oracle cards here, and the Earth card here just makes me think of you returning to that confident, grounded energy of the Queen of Pentacles that we have here. Like I feel like Earth might be your element. It's also a very like grounded element overall, so it's very good for like stability overall, so financial and career stability. Yeah, definitely feel like you will discover something or discover a way that makes this whole new situation work for you. So here you have this, like, you may have an idea or thoughts about how to succeed in this new role, but it's a bit undefined and you may be a bit chaotic as a result of it, and maybe you're not able to communicate it and pin it down in a way that would make sense to you or to other people. So then we reach this point of simplicity, so that tells me that you will then reach this point of pinning it down and like having this fully formed idea. If we're talking about like a business idea or a fully formed career, if we're talking about like a new job or a new career or something like that. So yeah, I'm seeing like a new role that you will gain in your career in the next 6 months, and I feel like you are quite financially like well off, maybe not rich or anything like that, but you are stable and grounded, and this new role here might offer you even more ways to make more money or like a higher income. And lastly, I pulled 2 cards for some advice, and we have the High Priestess and 4 Swords. So yeah, it definitely feels like a time of turning inward and figuring things out about yourself. So if you're at a situation where you are thinking like what to do next in your career, should you change jobs and should you change careers, or like wanting to earn more money and thinking of ways to do that, based on these cards here, I would advise you to, like, I wouldn't advise you to go out there and make changes or force changes just because you want to and just because you can. Rather, it's a time to slow down, take it easy, and rest. So focus on connecting with yourself and getting to know yourself, because eventually when you've done that, you will find answers to these questions about your career and your finances. So foundational work needs to be done before proceeding in the external world. So that is something that you should remember in the months to come. So, pile number 1, that was your reading. I really hope that it was useful and interesting to you. If the reading resonated with you, I would love to hear that. So leave a comment, and if you like this reading, remember to like the video as well. Thank you so much for your views and for subscriptions. I really appreciate you watching my videos. So that was it for today. We will see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye. So hello everyone who chose this card called Gnosis. I already pulled some cards for you, and I have placed them here. And these cards represent your distant or recent past, up to the current moment, as well as your personality traits to an extent. But yeah, we have Queen of Pentacles here, Page of Wands, Four of Swords, and an oracle card called the Companion, and an oracle card called Confusion. So first let's look at the signifier that we have here. So this card is called knowledge, basically, or that's what it represents. So I feel like some of you are still in university or college, or maybe you are an adult who is thinking of educating themselves, like maybe going back to school, or to learn a skill that will help you direct your career path to a different path from the current one. We also have the Queen of Pentacles here. Pile 1 also had it. We definitely have like very different energies with these two readings, but it might be worthwhile to check out the reading for Pile 1 and see if it resonates with you. But yeah, different readings, but in both the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles plays a big role. So the combination of the Queen of Pentacles and the Companion here makes me think of a person who spends time with other people, like looking after them and their well-being in some way. So that could be like a nurse, or even a teacher, because teachers spend a lot of time with their students. Another energy that I'm getting is like a stay-at-home parent, or maybe even like a vet or an animal carer or a gardener. So I see you in a supportive, nurturing role to a person or animals or to nature and environment. So yeah, I feel like you are or you feel quite established and grounded in that role. So it's possible that you have had this job for a while, or you just feel very comfortable and confident in that role. And it's possible that you have a monthly salary that makes you feel grounded in life as well, because you know your monthly finances in advance, and that provides stability in your life. However, there is some confusion going on with this current career or life direction of yours. The Page of Wands here tells me that it's possible that you have been inspired to try another career path or change jobs or gain a new responsibility in your current workplace. And the Gnosis card ties to this. Maybe you've gotten inspired to re-educate yourself or gain a new skill to be able to enter another field of work, or to advance in your career. So let's say you're a nurse currently, so maybe you are thinking of updating your skills to become a hospital administrator instead, or a different type of nurse to what you are currently practicing. Then we have the Four of Swords here. It makes me think of you growing a bit tired of the way your life is currently. Maybe you are questioning the choices that you've made in your life that have led you to this point. And that might be inspiring this wish to further educate yourself. However, based on these cards, I don't see you feeling incredibly fed up with your current job or anything like that. I think it's more about you feeling inspired to learn something new and to experience something else for change. If you've been in this career for 10 years or something, it might be time to do something else, and that's perfectly normal. However, there is some confusion about how to go on about doing this, and I feel like you wish to gain clarity on how to proceed, and that could be why you are here in this reading. You want to gain clarity. So next I pulled some cards for the next 6 months, so where you will be after those months. We have 9 of Wands, the Sun, Queen of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and oracle card called Heavens. And by the way, here's the Magician, a tarot card, and an oracle card called Animus. So I feel like whatever your goal is, it will take quite a bit of effort to get there, and you will probably have to sacrifice time, energy, resources for this goal. Based on the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like you might have to juggle job and your studies at the same time, or perhaps 2 jobs to make ends meet, or your job, your family, your studies. So you definitely have multiple commitments, and that may stress you out a bit. So definitely there is a lot of work to do, but I feel like you are emotionally and spiritually connected to your goal. So you are 100% in this process. I also feel like you understand the importance of like taking time for yourself, even if it's like a small thing, like enjoying a cup of tea or a cup of coffee alone in the morning before everyone else wakes up. So yeah, I feel like this process will take its toll on the physical realm. So you might feel very tired and exhausted because this undertaking requires so much of you, but on the mental and emotional level you feel inspired and at peace because you know where this work that you are doing will lead. So we have the Sun and the Magician here. They're both very good cards for success. So I'm definitely seeing positive results from your efforts. Yeah, the same thing here with this Heavens card. I think you are reaching for your dreams, and we have very positive signs here that you will be reaching those dreams. So I have to say that when you reach your goal or achieve this success, maybe like a new role that you are going after, there is still more work to be done. We have the Magician here, which tells me of a new path opening up, like a path that you are ready for and for which you have all the tools required. So you're definitely prepared, but it's definitely like a new endeavor that you are taking. So, like you will achieve this success, but like when you reach success, it's still not the end of the story. You still have to do work, even after that point. And then we have this oracle card, Animus. I find it very interesting because it's about the masculine energy of women or feminine people. So I'm seeing like this switch in roles from Queen of Pentacles here. Like you see, this is very sweet and nurturing. But then over here we have this woman dressed up like a soldier or a warrior with like very strong and assertive energy. So yeah, I'm seeing you enter this new role where you are being required to use different energies and skills that you've used before than what you had here in the beginning 6 months earlier. So yeah, I'm definitely like seeing a new role, a promotion, a new job, or a new role within your current workplace on the cards here. And lastly, I pulled some tarot cards for advice. And we have Judgment, the King of Pentacles, and 8 of Cups. So, based on these cards, I would say that don't be afraid to follow what your inner guidance is telling you. I see you being quite comfortable in your current circumstances, so that could represent like stable income and being able to provide for yourself. So it's probably really terrifying to change careers or go back to school or work on updating your skills, because maybe you are afraid of ruining a good thing, and maybe like afraid of stressing yourself out. But getting stuck is also terrifying. Like if you're dreaming of something else than what your career is currently offering you, I think you should definitely go for it, because you don't want to get stuck in the old. But yeah, it's definitely hard making these changes, even if your heart desires for it. But yeah, we have the Eight of Cups here, and I feel like this card is just telling you to go for it. Leave anything unfulfilling behind and start seeking what brings you fulfillment. It might be a tough road, and if you've had a very stable life, it might bring some chaos and stress into your life, but ultimately I feel like it is worth it. So yeah, I'm seeing success in your cards, but I feel like in the next 6 months you're definitely going to have to work hard and to invest some time, resources, energy into making these changes. So, while that was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and if this reading resonated with you, don't forget to leave a comment and like this video. So, till next reading. Bye bye. Hello everyone who chose this card called Reawaken. So, I have pulled some oracle cards and tarot cards for you already and placed them here. So these cards represent your distant or recent past up to the current moment, as well as your personality traits to some extent. So we have the Five of Pentacles, the Phoenix, perseverance and devastation, as well as Kundalini. So I feel like you are coming from a background of financial insecurity, because this is a big scarcity card. So that could mean low income, unemployment, or temporary employment, things like that. I also feel like you have a lot to give, but you are unable to show it to employers and co-workers, or they don't appreciate it if you show them who you are, or maybe you are just unable to reach them in some way. Something about this character here tells me that she keeps herself hidden away. So she could be trying to branch out and reach other people, but maybe her shyness is stopping her, or maybe there's some shame about herself and where she's been. Like if she comes from a lack of money, she could be used to hiding herself away out of fear. She doesn't want people to discover her secrets, but at the same time it also stops her from sharing her gifts with the world. Based on these windows here, I would say that there are definitely people out there who are interested in her and in what she has to offer to the world. But yeah, next we have some very powerful cards here that tell me that you are no longer this girl who is wanting to hide away and who is sad and experiencing lack in their life, because we have the Reawaken card, the Phoenix, Perseverance, Kundalini. So very powerful cards for new energies to enter your life and for new mindsets. So yeah, I feel like you are the type of person who doesn't give up despite hardships. I feel like in the recent past you may have experienced some sort of awakening where you have looked at the parts of your life that are not working out for you and you have decided to change. We have this card called Neith, and she is a hunting goddess and a warrior in Egyptian mythology. So that's a very powerful sign, because she is the type of person or god who doesn't give up. She's assertive and she goes after what she wants. And when I pulled these cards, she was covering Ammut, who is a god of hell and the afterlife. And he devours people who have made mistakes. And I feel like that might be you. Maybe you have made mistakes in your past and you've been at the bottom, but you found your way and you've persevered and you've reached this whole new level in your career. Because then we have this Kundalini card, and it refers to the energy in your root chakra, and that energy rises up and reaching the crown chakra, and eventually you feel spiritually connected to the world and at one with the world. This card combined with the Phoenix card here tells me that you are truly recreating yourself, and you are no longer letting your past define you. So next, the cards that I have placed here represent your situation in 6 months. So we have Ace of Swords, the Tower, 7 of Pentacles, and the Moon, and 2 Oracle cards, Magic and Primordial. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing you starting on this new path, or continuing being on this new path that you may be already over the next 6 months. So we could have this new opportunity for you, like a job or a career, or perhaps a money-making opportunity. I'm seeing you having multiple sources of income, but I feel like it's not the end game yet. I feel like this could be a business idea, so receiving income from multiple customers or clients, or having a few different jobs. However, I feel like it is not a huge stream at this point, but if you've been feeling financial insecurity previously, this might be a great thing for you. And then we also have so much more bigger things coming for you. However, before we get to that place, I feel like you have a lot of baggage to let go of. We have the Tower here and the Moon here, so I feel like you might need to let go of some toxic people in your life, or toxic mindsets, or toxic personality traits that are hurting you. So whatever has been holding you back here, you will have to face them in the next 6 months, and it's definitely like a scary process for you. But yeah, like seeing where you are coming from, I feel like it is definitely needed to shed your old skin, so to speak, so that you are able to start building a better foundation for a stable career and a stable financial situation. So you definitely have to face your inner demons and go to the root of your problems to be able to solve them and to create something new in your life. Okay? And if you do that, I feel like the benefits are great, because we have these cards called Magic and Primordial here. So I'm not really like seeing the actual end result of this whole process here, because I feel like it might be something that continues for like many years to come. But I feel like there is huge potential for you to bring magic into your life, and into your career and into your finances. I feel like if you go through this process, you will reach this point deep within you that is connected to who you are at your most positive, and to your life mission, your purpose in life, or at least like a career or a job that feels fulfilling to you. So it's definitely worth it, but it will be a bit of a hard time. But yeah, like if you are going through a hard time with your career over the next 6 months and even beyond that, just remember that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and this process is necessary for you to start building something bigger and better and more connected with who you are as a person. But yeah, again, this is not the end of the journey, it's only the beginning. And lastly, I pulled some advice cards for you. So we have the 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like you really have to let go of your past. I feel like it has been holding you hostage, maybe on an emotional level, but you know, our emotions, they also affect our physical reality and impact our presence in the physical world. So I feel like these cards here are definitely like advising you to take steps to leave everything behind that is no longer working for you. So I definitely feel like your mindset previously hasn't been working for you, and it's important to let go of that and move on and start building like healthier mindsets, so that you are able to reach the career and financial success that you want and that you are like ready and entitled to, because everybody should be able to have those things if they want them. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. I absolutely love this card. She is a very independent and financially secure person who enjoys luxury, but in this wholesome, down to earth way. So I feel like this card advises you to start working on your financial independence, like save money, pay off debts, and get rid of people who you may be attached to in a codependent way, like people who borrow money from you but never pay back. Or if you are that type of person, you have to start taking responsibility for your finances. like you see here, I don't feel like you have to give up these like nice things in life to live luxuriously and be happy. Like the modern world does make us believe that we should have all the nice things and we should want to have all the nice things, like expensive clothes and stuff like that. But to me, the Nine of Pentacles is someone who lives smart and frugal, but she also enjoys life. So instead of like expensive nights out, maybe she enjoys a walk in the park, or she eats healthy and inexpensive home cooked meals instead of like takeaway or going out to restaurants and stuff like that. So yeah, you can still enjoy all those things, but balance it with some financial planning and financial independence. So part 3, that was your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If the reading resonated with you, I would love to hear that in the comments. And also remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye bye. Hi guys. So like I said in the intro, I will show you these flowers and plants that I got today at the morning market. So here's this cute little bouquet that I got. Sadly, I don't really know the name of flowers that well in English, not in my native language either. But yeah, it's a cute little bouquet and I just love it, and it smells so amazing. I wish you would be able to smell it. And then we have this little, it's like a rustic pot with some plants and flowers. It's absolutely amazing and cute. I love it. So that's what I wanted to show you. Thank you for sticking around. Till next